What's up, everybody? JJ here with another video. I wanted to talk about one of my big pet peeves in programming is this. There's no explanation of a time cap or any sort of guidance on how long it's going to take someone to finish a workout. And so every workout we do in Thrivestry has a scaling guide, and I think it's really important that to really make the group programming effective is to actually tell people how we want them to perform. If somebody does a workout in 12 minutes and someone else does a workout in 27 minutes, they might have done the same workout, but they're not on the same program. Those people have two completely different stimuli applied to them, and then you have the problem with the first person. The first person's now standing around for 15 minutes while the second person is still working out. So now you've wasted 15 minutes of that person's time. And that's 25% of their training time that day. That's horrible. And then you have the second person who's finishing the workout. Maybe the last guy finishes, 5 minutes before him, and now everybody's standing around waiting. He or she feels terrible because everyone's waiting on them to finish, and they feel bad. Now you have two people walking out of the gym who had a bad day. Instead of giving them a zone, saying everyone should finish this workout between 17 and 22 minutes or something like that, and that's going to make sure that people are getting the proper stimulus, so that everyone's on the same page, and it also really helps people select the right scaling options a lot more. If they see where they need to finish, then they can pick the right scaling options that are going to be the best for them that day. Now, as coaches, we can then look and see how people are doing mid-workout, and then it's much easier to make course corrections, because if they are falling behind, and they're going to end up at the back end of the scaling guide or beyond, then that helps us make course corrections at mid-workout. The other benefit too is we can actually have people do have them do more advanced things for the first round or two, which is something that isn't always the best plan, because this is going to be tricky. Hold on. Whoa, that was tough. Because without knowing the exact time that they're supposed to have, then the wheels could fall off, right? And then they could end up using weight that's way too challenging and it's dangerous or whatever. By having the scaling guide, we can say, yeah, go ahead and do this more advanced version for the first round or two, and if you get behind, we're going to have you scale down. And the same thing goes. Those are for the people who really want to do more than they should. Now, for some people, they should go up. Not to stereotype, but a lot of times women tend to be a little bit more on the conservative side, and they can do more, and they're really nervous, and say, hey, look, just do this weight or this rep scheme for the first the first round or two, and if you're looking good on the scaling guide, I'm going to go ahead and have you keep going with this. And by having the scaling guide and having the time per round, that's kind of the average time per round is expected, is just magical for results. It's magical for class experience, and I really think that every workout, so if you're doing my programming, you got it. If you're buying program from someone else, you need to demand it, and if you're creating your own programming, you need to put in the time and tell people when they should be finishing it. It is a lot more work, and you're going to have some pretty good equations and understand workout programming yourself to do it. But without doing a scaling guide, are you really programming, or are you just making up workouts? All right, guys, that's it. I'll see you in the next video.